Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to our second matchup of the night. After a crazy GM showdown, went the distance, went to overtime, game three alert. Always love a little game three alert with the East taking home the victory. So big congratulations on that one. But we are back here. I'm Rockerman in the booth, joined by Mr. Cognition here, as we have got the Novice League All-Star match, Cog, and this one is always a spicy one. I love seeing the novices kick off the kind of the real All-Star matches.
Yeah, super happy to be here tonight. Super happy to start off All Star Night with the Novice League, which obviously is the one of the most interesting leagues because you can have people in Champ One that look like they should be in GC One doing some insane stuff, and then you see some whiffs on the back end as well. So this should be the best of the best, and also we should see a couple novice moments hopefully if we're in for it.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see some novice moments. We gotta get that emo going. We gotta use it for where it belongs. Right in the novice league. Let's get some novice moments. Get the emo flowing in the chat. You love to see it all in good fun, of course. But yeah, it should be an interesting one. East versus West here. Kyle, what can you kind of tell us about these two teams and kind of what we can be looking out for in this one?
Yeah, so I guess to give credit to the original All Stars, we're not going to have the full teams here tonight, but for the guys that do show up tonight, we still have. It looks like we're going to have Beard from Frost, we're going to have Chunk Light from Genesis, and Sub Zero from Diffusion playing for the Western All Stars, and we're not 100% sure on the East. We do have Jolly Rogers and Skinny. Looks like we're still waiting on one more there, but regardless, we've got Sub Zero for the West, who is coming out with Diffusion, if I'm not mistaken. Diffusion starting off the season 24-1, and he's filling in for his teammate Div tonight. And they are a pretty nasty team down there in the Novice League. Sub Zero has the second most goals in the Novice League, followed by Chunk Light, who was the fan favorite in Novice for those Western All Stars. And he's been a staple in the Novice League for a couple seasons, definitely very deserving. He's the overall player for that Genesis squad. And then obviously you got Beard coming in, and I'm not. I think he's filling in for Lucky or Tizzy, if I'm not mistaken. But Beard has been that whole Frost team is a really good overall team, and Beard, I'm sorry, is definitely one of the people to watch out for on that Frost roster, which is why he's out here filling in for the Western team. Rock.
Yeah, no, we got it. We do have a couple subs, but everyone all deserving here for sure in this matchup, and it's gonna most certainly be a good one here as we got a prediction up. We're throwing it back up there, up and running. 2 minutes on the prediction, so get your channel points in. Let's see if we can get a good prediction here on this one as we're about to dive into it in a very short amount of time. Before we do, quick big shout out to Silver J coming back for 29 months. Much love to Silver J on that resub. We always appreciate it as always. But yeah, channel one prediction is up here. You guys can get your predictions and let us know. Historically, Cog, the West has the edge at 8-3, but I want to know: do you think that's gonna stay true here? You think the West is gonna take this one, or does the East have a chance to bring this back a little bit?
I'm not too sure. I think that if it was the full rosters, I think the East is gonna maybe not handedly take this one, but they're probably they're gonna take it one without a problem. And in the West, I think tonight they're definitely gonna put up a lot more of a fight with the rosters changing a little bit. And I'm super excited to see. It looks like we got Zia coming in for the Eastern Conference, so that should definitely be a pretty big difference maker as well. So I'm pretty excited to see what's going to happen. But I think that the West could even take this one off of the East now that we have a little bit of different rosters.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Who knows what can happen? And you never know with the All Star matches as well. People like to have a little bit of fun out here, and just kind of mess around a little bit. So we'll see. We'll see what kind of cars we get, what kind of players we get. I'm just waiting for the last couple to dive in here. As we do another quick shout out to Mr. Dissa resubbing for 3 months with Prime. Much love to you, Mr. Dissa, and everyone for supporting us. But yeah, it's gonna be spicy. We're just waiting for the last people to join. But again, while we do here, is there any one player? I know you kind of talked about a couple. Like if you had to pick one player, Cog, for each team that you're like, okay, I want to watch this player, do something tonight. What are you looking for here?
Yeah, I teamed with Skinny last season. He was in the Prospect League on Flurry, and although he played a good amount of the games for us, he ended up subbing at the end of the season. I'm surprised that he went down into this Novice League. He is a super good player. I'm looking to see some great mechanics out of him when it comes to the Eastern All Stars. And then when we jump over to the West here, Chunk Light, I mean, he's my boy. I do want to see him kind of succeed here, but I'm really interested to see what Beard does. I haven't seen Beard play at all. I've seen Sub Zero and Chunk play, so I know what they're going to produce, but I'm really interested to see what Beer is going to do and provide for this Western All-Star team.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm a little bit conflicted here, Cog. With this new novice season, how things worked out with the Titan League expansion as well. My Genesis team is in the West, so I'm kind of conflicted in this novice league matchup to root for my boy Chunk Light there on the Western side, or my normal East, to see what they can do. But we are gonna get things underway, and we are gonna start with that man you just mentioned, Mr. Beard, with the first goal, only 8 seconds in.
Yeah, and Beard, I mean, it looks like Skinny Legend not going to get what he's looking for, but the Beard is going to be sitting there waiting on that backside, and that's exactly what the Frost does. Frost plays super good overall Rocket League, so way to start off if you're Beard.
Yeah, no, that's a really good start there for Beard. Trying to get the score in early there for that West there. And we talked a little bit about these two teams, but yeah, the Eastern All Star with Jolly Rogers, Skinny Legend, and Zia, and then on the West there with Beard, Chunk Light, and Sub-Zero on the pitch tonight. And the West are already starting out with that first goal here. The Skinny Legend looking for a double tap, gonna find it off the wall. Zia is gonna push this one down. It's Chunk Light now taking control on this one. Gonna get over the top of one, trying to flick it out past a second one, almost out to Sub-Zero, but not quite able to do so here as Beard looking to fire it down. And something I find interesting about this All-Star match, Cog, is the potential for a clash of different play styles between these players. Obviously you get 3 or 4 players that were kind of the best players for their team, and now they have to try to come into this All-Star match and work together.
Yeah, especially down here in this Novice League, I definitely feel that the higher LMR players, for the most part, are kind of more mechanical and I wouldn't say ball chasey, but more on-the-ball players, and then you have kind of like your supporting cast around those players. So when you get into this All-Star match, you kind of put all of those on-the-ball players together and maybe a support player here and there, but for the most part, it does make for some interesting interactions as Sub-Zero going to be happy to put up the West 2-0, Rock.
Yeah, Sub-Zero going to come through. Skinny Legend going to get 50 out by Beard. He beats by 2, and he's just going to leave that one right in the middle of the net there. And quickly, the West is up 2-0. Looking pretty fast at the moment, and their speed has led to 2 early goals here. And now Cog, the East, is gonna have to try to find a way to battle back here and try to even this game up.
Yeah, the West here is definitely showing that they are a little bit more on the offensive side of the ball, though I would like to see the East really start to get more chances. Skinny coming out with a great save there, but we really do need to see them kind of put this ball down in the Western end so that way we can get them a little bit more on offense and get a little bit more shots on target.
Yeah, we'll see if they'll be able to do so here, but right now the West is all in their zone here as a big 50 coming through by Chunk. Beard now can throw this one off the sidewall. Gonna think about leaving it, but gonna take it under. Chunk's looking for the demo, but they can't quite turn it on. Chunk tries to drop it back down, but not quite meant to be. And we'll see what kind of passing plays we can get out of these two teams. That's always a fun part of the All-Star match, is trying to find these passing plays. This one is dropped right down, but that one's gonna ring off the post. Chunk, he couldn't quite get it down with the power he was looking for, as this one off the backboard and gonna be sent away. But a big opportunity to go up by 3, and if the East can battle this one back here, Kyle, we might look at that one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I mean, the West was looking to go up 3-0 right there comfortably, and Jolly Rogers here with a nice open net, and he's going to put that one down the middle. And now for the East, you're excited because you got 2 minutes left, only down 1, Rock.
Yeah, nice. This one just pops out in the midfield, and Jolly Rogers is going to come through. Wide open net to shoot at, and he's going to be able to slam it home. So nice one there to get that one back. And yeah, now only down by 1. A lot of time left in this one for them to battle it back.
No doubt. I think that the West is kind of, or we are seeing the East, I should say, get a lot more on offense, and they're starting to put shots on target. But Zia and Jolly Rogers are going at it here, and Jolly Rogers is going to put the East into this and tie up the game.
Yeah, that one is going to come across. Chunk, he just hits it off his backboard, and it's just a quick shot bottom right there, and not quite able to do too much to push that one away. A nice shot by the East, and suddenly now with just about 2 minutes remaining, all tied up at 2 apiece. As this one is going to be sent back in by Jolly. Sub-Zero going to take some control here. Sub-Zero again taking it to the air, going to take it right around, and is going to take it in.
Sub-Zero with some nice control here through the midfield. He sees he has a little bit of time here. Skinny going to be backing off, and he's going to take Zia in this one-on-one with a nice little touch right to the left of him into that bottom left-hand corner. That's going to give the West a little bit of a 1-goal lead here.
Nice play there. Just able to shoot it in that quick near post. Able to find the back of the net. And now the West back out in front here in this game at number 1. This one's sent back down off the corner. Chunk, not quite the touch he was looking for. Beard gonna help him out here. As this one popped up. Gonna be pushed out. Beard gonna find another dunk off the backboard. The net is kind of wide open. They're just gonna drop it down, looking for the passing play. It's still gonna be there towards the net, but that one's gonna go off the post. They can't complete it, and the East was nowhere to be found, but the West could not find the goal.
Yeah, we might have seen our first novice moment, as I'm sure that they're going to be kicking themselves for not putting that one to the back net, regaining their 2-goal lead. But the West starting to put some more pressure here on the East, and we're starting to see them kind of collapse on them a little bit like we did in the beginning of this game 1, Rock.
Yeah, they are putting that pressure on and trying to close out this game, but this one going right towards the net, it's just going to drop in for Skinny Legend.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the last man went there, but Skinny with a great tap over one and then under Beard here. And a nice little bounce right over one who's grabbing boost. And that's going to be a good play here from Skinny to tie up the match with 1 minute left to go.
Yeah, with only a minute now. Exactly here. We've got a 3-3 ball game. See who's going to come out on top. Jolly Rogers going to try to throw this one off the backboard. A touch comes out in the midfield. Zia trying to push that one through. But this one going to be sent back towards the East net, but no touch comes in, and Sub-Zero is going to send it home.
Yeah, sometimes those lobbed goals are some of the most difficult to read, and he's going to get a nice, I think it's a kind of a 50 there with Skinny, and just right over the top of, I believe that was Jolly Rogers, and a great shot here if you're Sub-Zero, and put up the West again by 1.
Yeah, now got to try to find something here off the kickoff. Zia trying to get to that one, but not quite able to put it on target there. This one's sent back in the zone. A big demo might open up some space. Gonna have to be pinched out off to the side. Final 30 seconds here for the East. Just try to battle back in this game 1. Sub-Zero taking it in the air. Gonna leave it for a teammate. Gonna shoot it towards the net. A great leave, and Beard puts it home.
Yeah, Beard has some amazing placement there, and Sub-Zero going to fakes off the pass, and Beard going to find it about at the highest point that he could find it at for what he was given, and put it in the bottom left-hand corner, and the West is going to take a 2-goal lead with 29 seconds to go.
29 seconds remaining here. And now we have the West with a good lead on this one, a good hold. The East can try to find something in the final seconds. Jolly Rogers, he's under for a demo. This one popped up, blocked off the ceiling. Skinny is going to try to get to this one, but just going to make it to the wall. Skinny pops it up again. Beard trying to get that touch, able to get it just away to the corner. The East trying to find something with time left on the clock. The ball pops up. It's off the backboard. Sub-Zero can't find the touch. The net kind of open. It's off the backboard there. No one's going to touch. That one denied by Sub-Zero at the goal line. Able to keep it out just in time there. And it is going to be the West going to take game number 1.
Yeah, the West, I mean, took a two-goal lead early on in this game and then ended up kind of blowing it a little bit. But, hey, you know what they say? You started with a 2-goal lead, you end with a 2-goal lead. No one really cares. So Sub-Zero coming out with a hat trick to start off this All-Star game, and some pretty exciting novice gameplay, Rock.
Yeah, no, they were battling back and forth in that one, and I mean, just the West had a little bit more pressure at the end of the time, or at the end of the match there. 11 shots to 5, so you know, really the West able to find that consistent pressure that we saw in that one, Cog. And you know, I think that was the big difference. Is the East had some pressure, but the West pressure was just a little more consistent.
No doubt, and although the West is missing Demoralize, who is one of the All-Stars for him, there was no lack of demos in that game 1, so we'll have to see if the intensity keeps up here in this game 2. I'm excited to see what happens.
Yeah, an important game number 2 here for both teams here. The West trying to go up 2-0 in the series here. Reminder that now these are all best of 5s for the actual All-Star matches. The GM showing on the only one that's best of 3 is a quick shot going to come out early from Chunk Light, but going to be saved away by Skinny Legend. And we got a couple of card changes out there on the West. I'm noticing them right there. I'm sure you are too, Cog.
Yeah, no doubt. I definitely noticed the East were having a little bit of fun in game 1, but the West changing up their car styles. I'm sure they're getting a little bit comfortable now, and all these guys are probably settled in after the stream game 1 and realize this is going to be a good All-Star game, Ron.
Yeah, just trying to have a little bit of fun with it, and you know, we see the Merc come out, we see the battle bus come out from the West, and then you have Jolly Rogers, who's always using the Merc, no matter what day it is. It may be All-Star, maybe any other day. He's got the Christmas Merc out here. You know, love to see it. The Happy Holidays Merc coming through, and trying to see if he can get his team to a Game 2 victory. Try to tie things up as the West going to throw this one back down. Sub-Zero put it in, but the East trying to get it out. Jolly going to help on that one. Skinny Legend going to beat over the top. Sub-Zero drops this one down. The net is wide open for Jolly Rogers, trying to shoot it, but doesn't quite get the power. Zia can't quite connect on that one either. There's a nice pass. Comes down the midfield. Sub-Zero going to take a shot, but a great save from Skinny Legend. Able to get it out at the very last moment there. And again, the East defense, it's got to be big for them, Cog, because like we saw, the West offense can be so threatening.
Yeah, and it's not exactly looking how it was game one, where the close there. The West was kind of suffocating the East. It's more so just kind of a back and forth battle here, but the West has had their opportunities, and the East has been able to play some great defense. So again, it's kind of how we said in game one. We really want to see the East get on defense, or on offense. I'm sorry. So that way we can see them kind of put some more great shots on target.
As this one is a shot towards the net there, Chunk Light gonna have to get up and make that save there. As Jolly trying to send this one back in and gonna find a touch over the top of one. Beard gonna push this one out. The ball popped up midfield. Sub-Zero trying to get to it at 50. Comes down. Another 50 gonna have to come through. Sub-Zero was looking to stay on that one, but instead it's gonna be Chunk who pushes it down. This ball coming back towards the net. Skinny trying to redirect it, but can't quite. Sub-Zero has to get up. Zia can't quite get it through there. Another good opportunity for the East, but they couldn't quite finish off the deal.
Yeah, it was a super strong pinch shot there. I'm not sure who that ricocheted off of. That was almost an insanely fast shot. And we are seeing the East get a lot more pressure here, but we're seeing some even better defense. And as I say that, the East going to put in a nice goal here. Zia going to be punishing the West for dropping that one down middle, Rock.
Yeah, Beard, just a little bit of a mistouch, couldn't quite follow it up, and Zia was waiting and said, thank you very much. I will take that and put that in the back of the net and give our team the lead here with 2:23 remaining, as the East going to be the one starting out with the scoring. But this one is sent back towards the net. It's a long way, but it's going to go off the crossbar. Can't quite find its way in. The Skinny Legend sent it down, and now the East may have a counterattack opportunity with the big Jolly Rogers demo. This one out of the midfield, but Beard is going to push that one away. A nice chance there, but going to be just pushed off to the side, as this one actually is rolling right towards the net, trying to get to it. Sub-Zero last-ditch save. And man, are these all-stars here making some last-ditch efforts. This one, it's off the post, but it's going to go in. Skinny Legend.
Yeah, the West there was holding on really strong on defense for quite some time, but Skinny finally going to get the beat over Beard in the back line to put it bar down, and it's going to end up bouncing in. A great shot selection here from Skinny, and the East is going to be at 2-0 here with less than 2 minutes to go.
A great shot there from Skinny Legend. Able to find that one bar down and in, and just another nice play. Is Skinny Legend, one of the top shooters, as you would expect here in the Novice League, 7th in shooting percentage on the season, shooting almost 40% on their shots. So definitely someone to watch out for there, and able to find that placement in the back of the net. And now the East have a 2-0 lead here, trying to tie this series up. The ball dropping down, looking for a pinch there. Gonna find one. It's off the backboard, but a big miss comes through. Sub-Zero just able to make that touch. Jolly Rogers trying to find something, gonna find a pinch of his own. A little bit of a pass across Skinny Legend. Gonna try to leave it. Nope, gonna flick it up in the midfield. Jolly Rogers can't get to it. And the East, they are all gone. The net is wide open, but Sub-Zero up the chunk, off the backboard again. No, it's not gonna go. That one is gonna be sent away, and now it's a 3-on-0 counterattack the other way. But the West able to take a little bit of control, actually gonna flick it over the top there. And man, a couple of great opportunities for both sides, and we still remain at a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, the West not being able to finish opportunities this game as well as we did in that game one when they had 5 goals. They're being shut out in this game too, and if you're the East, you're super happy to see that. I think Skinny's kind of taking control of this game too, and it's kind of a good thing. They have this 2-goal lead, but Chunk Light's going to look to respond, and he sure will here, Rock, as, I mean, hey, 24 seconds left? That's plenty of time to go. Chunk getting a nice flick over Jolly Rogers with no boost here to put them up.
Yeah, taking that one, and I think I misspoke about Chunk Light being in the Merc. That is not the Merc. That is something else entirely. Someone can fact check me on that car. I don't know exactly what that is, but it's not the Merc. And he's going to find a goal in the back of the net. Bring his team within 1. He's trying to use it again, whatever it may be. So now the West going to try to find something with the time remaining in this matchup here. Only down by 1, so As long as they can keep this ball in the air, they'll have a chance, but they got to start by getting it out of their corner. This ball popped up by Beard. Beard gonna keep it up. He's trying to send it. Beard, he sends it a long way. It's gonna go in at the last second. Beard ties it up.
Wow, Beard. I didn't think he had it in him. Gets a nice touch up to himself on the sidewall, and then a nice little power shot here. And even if Beard didn't touch that, I'm almost 100% sure that was going to hit the bottom of the net. So, hey, that's a great shot here from Beard to tie up the game in the final seconds.
Oh my goodness, Beard proving his all-star worthiness. If you didn't know it already, is this one is just going to go in off the kickoff in overtime, and anticlimactic ending maybe. Skinny ends it off.
Oh, it's super unfortunate for the West, but yeah, that's just kind of how overtimes go. And Skinny gonna get a nice kickoff from Zia and put that one right into the back of the net. East gonna be tying us up 1-1 here, Rockin'. That was super good content. I think these novice guys are battling back and forth. Very little mistakes compared to what I thought there would be. But yeah. I guess that's to be expected from the All-Stars.
True, we do got the best of the best on the pitch here, and I mean, yeah, some highlight reel plays right there. 0-second goal there, and then ending it off in overtime. But we got ourselves a tied series at 1-1. So both these teams doing battle here, trying to represent for their conference. And you know, we talked about that last game being pretty important, and this one now is very important as well, Cog. As we're heading into Game 3, winners going to put themselves on match point. As we get into it, what are you looking forward to here in this match?
I think the East has kind of found their groove. I think they realize that they want Skinny to be kind of like their on-the-ball guy. And I think that if you're the West, you kind of need to find your groove, because after getting or they weren't exactly shut out, but I mean, scoring a last goal was a nice little way to put away at the end of the game. But it definitely was a lot of East pressure for most of that game in Game 2. So definitely want to find your footing if you're the West.
Yeah, a little bit different than what we saw in that game number 1, where the West just had so much pressure and the East couldn't really do anything with it. But the East, like you mentioned, found their footing, maybe finding that rotation and maybe finding that chemistry that, you know, can, as we mentioned earlier, can often be lacking sometimes in these all-star matches. You get 3 great players who are often very, you know, it leans very attack heavy for the all-stars. And right now trying to find how he can play with a 3-man unit. Right now tied up at 1-1. This one sent back in off the backboard. Sub-Zero gonna bang it down. Jolly Rogers though gonna cut it, gonna try to turn it back, gonna find the 50, but Beard sending it down. Chunklight is waiting on the wall trying to find something there, but not quite gonna get that one as it's pushed out to the midfield. Big 50 coming up top. Sub-Zero already up for that one, but Jolly Rogers is gonna connect on it, able to push that one away. Is this one thrown off the backboard? Wide open net, but Skinny Legend, no, can't quite hit that one. Maybe a little bit of a novice moment as Sub-Zero trying to turn it into a highlight reel, but another tough one right there.
Yeah, no doubt. We just saw some great defense there from Jolly Rogers. I thought that he was going to beat over the top, but he had a great block there. And we're seeing the West and East kind of battle back and forth here, as we did see in this game too. And nice save here from Jolly Rogers. And the East is just barely hanging on, but you really want to see them get back on offense where they're comfortable here if you're an Eastern fan, Rockerman.
Yeah, this one was a little bit dangerous, but now they finally get it out, and there's the offense that you asked for. Skinny Legend is going to deliver.
Yeah, Skinny, like I said, this is the guy that these guys are looking to kind of shoot the ball and get them the ball, and Skinny's going to be able to put that one right down the middle of the net, get a nice beat over that Western defender in the back to put them up 1-0.
Yeah, nice goal there by Skinny Legend. Always ready to shoot those ones, and like we mentioned, he's a sharp shooter. So you give him an open net, he's not going to miss here. As Jolly Rogers saucing this one up to Zia off the backboard there. Trying to find a follow. Jolly can't quite put it down, though. That was a great opportunity again. This one comes across the midfield. Beard going to have that one cut off by Skinny. It's Beard. He was looking for the demo there. We're going to find it. This one pushed off to the side. Chunklight looking to stay with that one, but right to Sub-Zero. Sends it back in. Zia going to pop this one up high. Beard looking to keep it back in. Skinny gonna jump on this one, trying to keep it out of the midfield. Chunk gonna find a big pinch up high. There's Zia. Gonna look to connect this one towards the net. Skinny Legend trying to find a touch out. Jolly Rogers has to push that one away from going in his own net. Chunklight with an opportunity, but good battle back on defense from the West as we're just past halfway. Cog, the East holding on to their 1-0 lead as this one can be pushed out.
Yeah, and I mean, the West really has not had that same offense as we saw them have in Game 1 when they had, I repeat, 5 goals. So, I mean, they really are kind of being lackluster, but maybe the Chunk Light demos will do it for them, and right off the post. This East team is holding tight on defense, Rock.
Yeah, they are holding strong, surviving some demos there, as a lot of demos in this lobby to be had. We're missing the top demo guy in Novice, second, or actually I think he might be first in all of Nemesis in demos per game. But yeah, they may be missing him, but in Demoralized with his 4.28 demos. But you got Sub-Zero, 2.36. Jolly Rogers there as Chunk Light. No, he can't quite hit that one. And Beard is going to help him out. They are going to get it in the back of the net there, and they are going to tie things up.
A huge sigh of release for the West here. I know Chunk Light was kicking himself right there, but Beard says, "Don't you worry, I got you, fella." That's going to tie up the game with 1:30 left to go, and these Novice teams still battling it out in this game 3.
Yeah, big one there by the West, able to tie things back up. Like you mentioned, a crucial game here. Winner is going to put themselves on match point as a double commit comes through. This one going to be sent back into the corner. Chunk going to take control. Try to stay with that one. This ball's going to pop up. Zia going to throw it in off the corner. This one popping up again, but Beard already up to it, able to send it down. He's on the sidewall there, trying to get it out, but Jolly Rogers gonna pinch it. He's gonna send this one in towards the net. Is it gonna go in? No, Beard is gonna save it. Oh my goodness, almost a highlight reel Cookser pinch right there.
Yeah, and Beard has really been finding his footing those last 2 games. He's really surprised me. I know he was kind of my player to watch, and kind of seeing him here, he's definitely holding it together for this Western team as they try to find themselves some offense here. I think that the East is still doing a really good job of keeping up that offensive pressure, but we are seeing it go a lot more back and forth here in this last couple seconds, Rockman.
And now final 30 seconds here of this game number 3. Winner gonna put themselves on match point, trying to take the series. This one on the sidewall, just Beard there. Beard gonna find a touch, trying to stay with it. Zia gonna send this one up high, off the ceiling. Gonna find a nice touch. Is Sub-Zero. Able to just push away to the corner. Jolly Rogers can't quite connect. The net is open, but Skinny Legend is able to get back in time. Beard now with a big 50. All of the East are out of net. Can they turn it around? No. It's going to go over the top. Another miss comes through. Zia, can they find another 0-second goal here? No. It's going to be sent back. The West trying to get to this one, but it is going to hit the ground, and we've got overtime for the second game in a row.
Yeah, and we'll have to see if this is going to be another 6-second overtime. Hopefully not, or if we're going to go a little bit further here. It seems that's the only way that these overtimes go, is Beard just trying to put that away. But we're definitely seeing a lot of back and forth from these teams, and I'm not really too sure who's going to be able to close this one out here. It's going to miss that one over the top, but I would like to see the West pull this one out after being down 1-0 most of the game, Rock.
Yeah, and the East had a great opportunity right there at that open net, but they couldn't quite turn it down here. A Skinny Legend get a hit into his former teammate Chunk. They were on Genesis early in the season. Now opponents in the All-Star match here. Skinny gonna take this one up, gonna get it over the top of one, but Chunk is coming through. Skinny's gonna get it by a second, trying to get it into a third. Zia, no, it's denied away. Oh my goodness, Sub-Zero with an insane save on the goal line to keep that one out.
Wow, and as a West fan for this game, that was an insane save from Sub-Zero. I thought that was all but in with a great pass over to that backhand post, and he's going to save it off the back post himself, so that's going to keep the West alive in this game 3, and they're still kicking with a little bit of, I guess we're a minute into this overtime, Rob.
Yeah, that was insane right there. Insane save. A big demo. Watch out from behind. Skinny can't get back to it. Sub-Zero sends it in. The hero on the save. The hero with the goal, and the West take the series lead.
Yeah, not to take away anything from Beard there with a great pass and immediately went for the demo, getting the demo on the back goal line to set up Sub-Zero for the game-winning goal and the game-winning save. Wow, what a game 3 from these Western All-Stars, Rob.
Yeah, the West able to battle back down early, down for a good bit of that game, but battled back and made some clutch performances there at the end to give their team the victory and the 2-1 series lead, as we'll be heading to a game number 4. And another important one here. I guess all of them just keep getting more important as we go. I guess that's the nature of the beast here, Cog, as we'll be heading to Forbidden Temple for game number 4. The East down 2-1 in the series. How do you, if you're an East fan here or an East player, how do you get them back in this matchup, try to force that game 5?
Yeah, I think the East had a lot of control and a lot of pressure here in that game 3. And I mean, like I said, they were up 1-0 for most of that match and just kind of lost it there in the last 90 seconds of the game. And the West kind of showing that they are still they still have that solid roster with just, I mean, big plays coming out from Sub-Zero, to be quite honest with you. And Beard doing his thing. He's kind of the overall guy for this team, and Chunk Light holding it down strong for the defense. So if you're the East, you just got to get more on offense, like we've been saying all series, Rock.
All right, well, we'll see if they've got the offense here as we are diving into game number 4 between these two teams. The East trying to send us to a game 5 as this one popped up. Skinny Legend with an opportunity, dropping it down, but just going to go a little bit wide here. This one sent back down towards the net off the crossbar. Beard going to make that touch, able to send it a little bit wide. This one sent down, and the net is wide open. Chunk just has to get to this one, but Zia is there in time. And another moment where it's been weird, Kyle. I don't know how many times we've seen these nets wide open, but it's been a little too many times, I think.
Yeah, it's almost like they don't expect it to be as open as it is, because I mean it is the All-Star game, so it's not like everyone's playing like they're absolute 100% maybe right now. So I think maybe we're going for boost a little bit over ball, and I don't know if that's just kind of surprising some of these players, but we've definitely had a lot of chances here that haven't exactly been capitalized on. But that's nothing to take away from these players. I think it's just mainly an All-Star game thing, Rock.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe just going full on offense and, just send it. What the heck's a defense anyways, So right now, trying to play some defense here is the West as they're going to push that one just a little bit wide. The East looking for a big goal here, try to get a lead, looking to force game 5 as this one popped up. Opportunity for Sia, but Beard is going to get back there. He's playing some defense. Right now, the West in their own zone, backing up, trying to put that one in as this one pops up high towards the net. Is there enough room? It's dropped down. Oh no, he can't finish it. Jolly Rogers. No, that's a tough break.
Yeah, Zia's going to put a great pass down middle, and he's going to get a nice pinch off the back wall, but Jolly Rogers not able to finish that touch, and West is wiping off sweat from their foreheads from that one. And maybe if you're the East, it's not the offense you need to stay on, it's just the opportunities that you need to finish if you want to get to this game 5, Rockerman.
Yeah, no, you definitely need that here. And this one is going to be finished off by Sub-Zero on that undefeated Diffusion roster, and he's going to send that one in.
And might I add, Sub-Zero pulling out the battle bus now. I don't believe that's what... Could be mistaken, but a great shot from him coming in over the top and put that one top left and putting the West up 1-0.
Yeah, big shot right there for the West. Able to grab that lead here. It is Forbidden Temple. We've seen some crazy things, as always, on this map. As this one trying to pass that one out, but it's going to be denied away. Sent back down. This ball going to be popped up. Is that one Skinny going to take it, sending it down. It's just Beard back. Oh, no, he's going to miss the ball. Maybe work out as a fake there and just somehow, some way, find the back of the net.
At this level, sometimes all you need to be is a threat, and Skinny was definitely a threat on that ball there, and I mean, you can't really just not play the ball that instant, so he's going to get a nice fake under one of the Western defenders, and that's going to tie up this game 1-1 with about half the game to go.
Yeah, a lot of time, and hey, you know what? Sometimes you just take it, He wasn't trying to hit the ball anyways, as this one, a big demo, is going to open up some space on the net here. Pinched across, going to be pushed just a little bit wide there as, the East, a little awkward there. Who wants it? This one, Jolly Rogers, he's going to dive at this one. Going to grab that boost, going to get it by 1. Can't quite get it by a second though. This one shot towards the net. Beard, not a lot of boost. Going to take it up the side. Chunk Light with a nice touch, able to get it over the top. This one to the backboard here. Beard. Oh, it's actually going to go bar down and in. I didn't even think that one was going in.
No, and you can see why no one on the West really reacted to that, because Jolly Rogers on low boost, might I add, gets a nice little lofted over, and it's going to drop down right bar down. That's a pretty impressive shot if you're Jolly Rogers, so that's going to put them up 2-1 if you're the East.
Yeah, maybe redeeming himself for not being able to capitalize on the open net earlier. He's going to find that one. I mean, that bar was very kind right there to send that one in the back of the net. And I know Jolly Rogers will be happy to see that one happen. As now we've got 2 minutes remaining in this one. The East have the lead, trying to force the game 5. The ball push to the corner. Skinny Legend looking to find something, shooting it towards the net. Off the backboard. Double commit comes through from the West, but now you can try to clear it out. Sub-Zero sending it down. It's going to be blocked away. Skinny going to find that touch, trying to send it down. Chunk Light in the corner. This one off the backboard. Oh my goodness, Zia almost found that dunk there. Not quite meant to be. This ball again flies up. Skinny Legend trying to find it off the backboard. Beard going to help his teammate out here. Trying to take control, but not a lot of boost. This one pops up high. Zia dropping it down to Jolly Rogers. The nice touch towards the net. Double commit from the West. Skinny Legend trying to send this one down, but Chunk all over that. And knowing his former teammates' antics, able to get that one away. And now here we are, Cog. About a minute left here in this game number 4. The West need to try to find a goal. They're going to want to force OT.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing their offense go a little bit flat here in these last couple of minutes, and the East has been pretty much dominant. I know they're in their end right now, but the West is kind of needs to put a couple passing plays together. And if you're the East, I mean, you've been doing really good at keeping up pressure, but this Western team is not looking to let you go to Game 5.
Yeah, they're going to try their best here in the final 35 seconds of game number 4. Going to try to send us to OT for the 3rd straight game. This one off the corner. Feel a shot coming through, and it's going to go in. Chunk Light over the top. He is going to tie it up.
Yeah, and these guys just they want to play more on stream because this is going to be another OT here. I know we got 29 seconds left, but this is going to be a nice bouncing shot here from Chunk Light off the sidewall from Beard, and tying up the game with 29 seconds left. Rock, this is going to be another close one. It feels like.
Yeah, overtime may be looming here. The West going to try to end the series right here. The East, uh-oh, that ball is coming down. Watch out. It's going to be popped up high. Skinny Legend going to be dunked up by Beard. Off the backboard, Jolly Rogers can't find the touch. Chunk trying to push it in. But this ball still going to stay up high. Going to be sent out now. The East trying to force this game 5. The ball is going up high. Zia can't get to it. Beard sends it down the West. Can they end the series right here? Chunk Light can't find that touch. The ball, it's going to pop up here. Going to be put to the sidewall, and we've got overtime again. 3rd straight game here, Cog, between these two teams.
Yeah, outside of Game 1, all of these games have been battles. Even in Game 1, I believe we were tied up 2-2 at one point. So even though that was a 2-goal win for the West, I think that all of these games have been very, very tight. And the West has kind of been, I believe, back and forth. They've either been coming back. Both these teams either have had to come back or have had the lead. So I'm very interested in what's going to happen in this Game 4. I know the West is playing some really good defense, but I really do want to see the East capitalize on some of their shots they've been missing.
The East trying to find one here. Has a couple of early opportunities. This one just going towards the net. Going to try to pass it away, though. Maybe looking for a teammate, but can't quite find it. This demo comes through. Can be pushed across. Could be dangerous now. Beard has a little bit of control. Trying to flick it up. Going to find a bump instead. This one off the wall. Chunk Light dive into this one. Beard going to take it back towards his own net right there. Going to send it off to the side. Going to pop this one up. It's going to be blocked away. Off to the side, Zia. Can't find that 50. Flip out. Trying to stay with this one. Going to find a 50 up high. The West trying to send this one towards the net. It's off the backboard. Zia is going to pop it. The East may have a counterattack opportunity. This one sent off the backboard. Follow-up attempt is going to go in. Skinny Legend is sending us to game number 5.
Sure enough, the GM showdown, although only a best of 3, it was going to Game 3. This is going to Game 5, and Skinny Legend going to put a nice shot down the middle there. Great accuracy from him. East is going to tie up the series 2-2, Rock, and we are going to Game 5.
Well, what else would we expect? We go the distance in the first matchup of the night, the GM showdown, and how about the Novice League All-Star match going to Game 5 as well between these two teams who have just battled it out here in this one. And like you mentioned earlier in that game, Cog, is that it's not one of these things where it's, it's one of those Game 5s where it's like, oh, hey, one team was kind of dominant, the other team kind of lucked in a couple wins here or there, got some blowouts. All these games were really close and some real good battles between the best of the best in the Novice League.
Yeah, no doubt. And even then, some of these guys filling in, but Zia has been really impressive. I think Beard has been really impressive. Sub-Zero has made some crazy saves, especially in that Game 3. All of these guys really showing why they are on the stream right now for this All-Star game, Rock, no doubt.
Yeah, some all-star level plays. We've had some really close highlight reel shots from both teams, some insane saves. And now, as we head into game number 5, who is going to represent for their conference? Will it be the East trying to battle back this deficit, this all-time deficit of 3-8, or will it be the West continuing their long-standing dominance here? We're going to have to find out as we are into Game 5 on Champions Field here. Sub-Zero going to push this one off to the side. Going to find another touchdown. Skinny will take control, but Demos raining out early. 3 demos in a short period of time as that one is going to be pushed out. And I did mention earlier, Cog, that we had three of the top 4 demos in this match, and the fourth one was an all-star, but he couldn't make it. So these demos could be big to find a key goal here, as this one is looking like it, but Zia is going to make the save.
Yeah, no doubt. And I mean, I could only imagine if Demoralized was here, what this would look like, because within the first 30 seconds, we already had 3 bumps. And although we've kind of quieted down here, we know these teams are heads up and will go for bumps when they know the opportunity is right.
Yeah, no, the bumps are huge, and they've become such a key to Rocket League in the year 2025. Is those bumps, those demos, and now who will put those to the test here and find themselves a big all-star win? This one's sent down now. Skinny gonna throw it off the corner to the east, trying to get some pressure here. Skinny looking for a 50 with Sub-Zero. Is on that one. Chunk gonna help him out, looking to take it down the pitch here. Going in reverse is Jolly, gonna pop it up high. This one at the corner gonna be blocked out. Zia trying to find that dunk, gonna find it, able to send it down, send it to the corner, trying to get it around Chunk, but good defense by Chunk, able to get that one out of the way. This one dropped down. Beard banging this one a long way, looking for Chunk, can't quite connect though. But I love the idea there, try to find these passing plays, try to open it up with some defensive plays. This one is shot towards the net. Skinny, oh my goodness, what a dunk.
I can't believe that he got that one in there. Zia with a great force here off of Sub-Zero. And Skinny is going to force it right past Chunk, like off the bar, might I mind you. So, I mean, that's a nice little tight double tap right there from Skinny. So, East going to take this 1-0 lead with 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, nice little pass over, and then Skinny Legend really putting on the goals in this series for the East. And, you know, we wanted to see them step up and take that offensive lead. He most certainly has. It's the East up 1-0 in Game 5, trying to close it out here. This one dropped down, can't quite connect. Skinny gonna take control. Not gonna stay with this one. But a 50 gonna come through. Double commit on both sides. Triple commit now from the East as they're just desperate to get it out. Zia, though, can't quite connect the ball off the corner. Skinny gonna have to help out, able to send that one down. Now the West forced to race back, a little bit awkward. Chunk gonna help pinch that one out over the top of Jolly. Zia throws this one in the midfield, dangerous ball. Beard off to the side, looking for Sub-Zero. Sub-Zero trying to drop it down, but that one actually going to be blocked by an Eastern teammate, as they may have had an open net there. This Jolly getting harassed just a little bit. Gonna find the 50, gonna find another 50. The net wide open. Can they finish it? It's Skinny Legend yet again.
Jolly Rogers getting a great 50 to a great pass there, and Skinny, who has been on the board for this Eastern team all night, kind of got to swoop in there and steer the goal from Jolly. But hey, I'm sure they're happy to be up 2 goals. And might I add, Rock, all of these guys, except for Jolly Rogers, have changed back to Phoenix and Octane. So this is a serious Game 5.
Yeah, no, you take it serious. You get to Game 5, you know, all cards on the table here. And, I mean, hey, Jolly Rogers, he does main the Merc, so he's serious. He's always serious, looking for those demos there, as he and the East now have a 2-0 lead in a Game 5, trying to close it out with the West. Can they find some offense? Looking for this one off the backboard. Gonna fake it out there. Chunk, he's driving it down. Oh my goodness, they drop it down. Chunk, no, we can't hit it. The follow-up, no, that one's off the post too. Oh my goodness, that was almost highlight reel play, but instead, Jolly Rogers gonna dribble on their heads.
Yeah, Jolly Rogers is gonna do a nice little 1v1 play here. Gonna dribble it over Beard and then get it right past Chunk, and Sub-Zero just a little bit out of the net there. And I mean, hey, the East is going to take a 3-goal lead with 90 seconds to go.
And 90 seconds is what the West has to work with. The time most certainly not on their side. Is this one going to be pinched back towards their net? It's going to go off the post there. Not quite able to find it in. The West desperate to try to find something. Beard, not a lot of boost, finds a 50, but Zia sending it down. Jolly Rogers is hunting. He's going to find his own teammate, and Zia is going to put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, and Zia getting I think this is going to be a nice little lead from his teammates here. Jolly Rogers getting a great 50, but we definitely just saw the East kind of develop a lot more form in this series than the West did, and I think that was kind of the deciding factor. There's still plenty of time left in this game, but if you're an East fan, you're definitely pretty happy with the 4-0.
4-0 lead. Gonna be near impossible, I would say. Maybe not impossible, but pretty close to try to come back. But I mean, if there's a team to do it, you got the Western All-Stars here. So if there's a team I want, you know, I want an All-Star team. Try to make a four-goal comeback here in the final minute. And it's gonna start with Beard trying to set it up. Jolly Rogers gonna clear it a long way. It's just him and the wide open net. He's gonna take it in, and he is gonna pretty much seal the deal here for the East.
No doubt. West getting a little bit eager there. Know they're down 4 goals. Kind of have to send it, and Jolly Rogers is going to be happy to take another goal, put that one in the bottom left-hand corner, and East up 5-0 at this point.
Yeah, the East going to close this one out there. Great series so far, or overall here, Cog. I mean, all the games ended up being really close, maybe besides this last one, but I feel like it wasn't for lack of trying. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
What is that?
Yeah, no doubt it was not because of a lack of trying. I think that every single game was a game one, and Skinny gonna drop it down here, and Jolly Roger's gonna fall right down on it to make it a double tap. That's gonna put them up 6-0, and I don't think there's a whole lot the West could do at this point.
Yeah, that's just a novice moment, I have to say. There is it's just gonna fall on the ball into the back of the net, and you know, sometimes everything is working for you, and right now for the East, everything is working their way, and everything is going Jolly Roger's way as he puts in another.
No doubt. I mean, assists, goals, you name it. This man wants it here in this game 5. And Skinny looking to do it himself right there, but Jolly Roger's going to say, nope, you took one from me. I'm taking one back from you.
Yeah, he's gonna snag that one. Gonna send it in the back of the net, and the East again add to their tally 7-0 here in the final game. As the East gonna look to bring this series a little bit closer now, bringing the all-time record to 4-8. So, you know, a series once dominated by the Novice League, the East bringing it back a little bit. And, you know, if we're keeping score on the night, as Jolly Rogers tries to find one more, if we're keeping score on the night here, Cog, the East now up 2-0 on the night. So they just need one more win to at least secure a tie in the nightly series.
Yeah, and congrats to these Eastern All-Stars and the boys that filled in tonight. I think that these were some great games, a super good game 5. The East obviously having a nice dominant game 5 here, so maybe not as close as you want it to be, but the whole rest of the series, I mean, 3 overtimes, games 2 through 4. This was a great Novice All-Star game, Rod.
Yeah, it really was a great all-star game between these two teams. I mean, back and forth all series long until the very end. The East kind of ran away with things a little bit, but they are gonna hold on, gonna get that win, a big one there. So congratulations to them for sure on that big victory. But with that being said, we have got to head to a quick break. We're running a little behind, but All-Star Night, when they're giving us this content, I mean, how can we complain here? But we are going to take a short break. When we come back, we're heading to the Prospect League for another spicy one. We're going to see Mr. Cognition on the field there, see what he can do for us on the pitch, as we're going to come back for that one. Another battle between East and West. The Prospect All-Star match is coming your way in just a couple minutes, so stick around, and we'll see you guys in a few.